It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida.
Pick it up.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff line.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Bucky Irving now to return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
One-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And that's good for a gain of 5. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. And 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tua taken right to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Why are you giving up? Come see it. What are you doing? Are you even paying attention?
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And that brings up fourth and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Completes this one to Hill. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Hill comes in motion left. Again, it's Tagovailoa. He lets a heater go deep. Middle. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-zip. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. On the return, here's Irving. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Play fake, it's Mayfield. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers come through with 6. Mike Evans with the touchdown. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. D. Eskridge to return it. Returns looking good so far. He's still going! And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone. The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here 1st and goal. Achan. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Tua now from the gun. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So the Dolphins lining up to go for 2. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Baker now off the play fake. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it at the 30. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers will reach the end zone for 6. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. 1 play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry.
Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the decision to go for 2 does result in a nice boost, Brock, but not for the team we were expecting, thanks to an alert play and a lengthy jog downfield from that defender.
Yeah, it took everybody. In order to do that and make that happen, it really was all 11 and then just a superhuman effort. You say jog, I say a sprint to glory.
Eskridge on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Buying some time left. He's keeping it. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center of the field into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Buccaneers take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ball game. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins add a considerable return onto the interception. They're going to take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball because these secondaries are locked in.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Barrios makes the catch. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Irving. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And now they face 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They start out with a 3rd and 6. Here's the give to Irving. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They give him 5 in total. Now it's going to be 4th and 1.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Quick throw right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Dolphins will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing again here on second. Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Throwing on third. Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Tua off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Irvin here from the gun. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Baker out of the pistol. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. And it sets up 2nd down. Mayfield to throw again. Cut near the goal line. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Irving. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game before halftime. Another 2-point conversion attempt upcoming from the Buccaneers. They'll try it on the ground. And he gets into the end zone. That lead is now whittled down to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Eskridge on the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt.
That's grabbed inside the 30. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Sanders all set to send it away. Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. He puts some juice on a deep. It connects on the deep shot. Hits the 20. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Eskridge on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st down, here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout, it's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Fits it through the middle. And he's out the clear. At the 20. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead just before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. The Dolphins lining up to go for 2 once more. Tagovailoa will look to throw. And he's got it, cut the end zone, so the touchdown and the 2-point pass break the tie, give him an 8-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Irving. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Back to throw it. On target to Godwin. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. A massive shot towards the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
Trying again following the sack. Vacates quickly left side. Looking deep back. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Push him down the field, offense.
Running back sent in motion. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Escapes the pocket. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Going play action, Tagovailoa. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You know, when we watch the combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. First down, ball at the 36. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one, and that gives them 1st and goal. On the give, this is Irving. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Here come the Buccaneers again, trying for 2. He's throwing for it. He's on the move. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the 4th quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. 3rd quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hauled in by Waddle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He'll throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Extra point attempts coming from Sanders. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins push the lead to 2 scores now. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here's Irving. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Gets everything he has under this throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. 2 now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down and 10, Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. Oh no, the ball is loose! And the Buccaneers scoop it up! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing again is Baker. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. Mike Evans with the touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Washington now to return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Taken in by Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Mayfield now from the gun. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Buccaneers trail by a couple. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Baker throwing again. Catch is made in close. And this is down all the way to the 3. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. He'll look to throw it. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's 2nd and goal.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football, the Legion of Boom, obviously out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone in a beautiful job.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here he is to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. Going for it yet again, and once again, they don't have the right call to make it in for 2, so their struggles continue.
Yeah, they've kept them on the field without hesitation all game long. This offense knows what they're doing. The problem is the defense knows even more.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
44. Ready.
Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Man in motion here. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Got Evans. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Back to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw again. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Washington now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Trying again, following the sack. Completes this one to Hill. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Baker now off to play fake. He's on the move. And watching him run the length of the field, Brock, absolutely no idea why he did what he did, and that's going to be a safety. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a 1-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.